Hey there, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. If you don't want to plank, what I would recommend for today is sitting tall, elbows bent down, and you're just going to reach up and overhead and then bend the elbows down. So you'll do kind of this move. But otherwise, we'll get started on our plank. So, I like a good scary movie, but I do not watch them because they sit with me so long. It's like just not worth it. And when Matt's traveling for work, I won't go near anything scary because I won't be able to sleep at night. But years ago, when Matt and I still lived in a condo, we had watched No Vacancy with John Cusack. And if you're not familiar with that movie, basically this premise is this couple goes to a motel and they put in a VHS tape and they realize that the previous couple in the room has been murdered. And there's been a series of every couple who stays here gets murdered. But what happens as they find that out is they're watching the TV and they see that the couple before them has put in the VHS tape, the power goes out and the TV goes zoop to that green circle. And then in the movie, John Cusack and his wife, after seeing that happen to the couple, their power goes out and their TV goes zoop. And so they know they're going to get murdered. And in the moment we're watching this movie, we lose power and our TV goes to that green screen, zoop. And I say to Matt, "Are you scared?" And he says, "Well, that's a little freaky." And at the time, Matt competitively did medieval sword fighting. And so we had swords all over the house and he handed me a sword and he grabs a sword and we're stealthily going through the house around corners. It's pitch black because we've lost power. And he's making eye signals and directing me. I have no idea what he's trying to do. And my heart is beating out of my chest. I'm terrified. And we'd had the lights off because we were watching this movie, but you could tell the powers come back on after a while because the computer's turned on. You hear the doo 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 doo. And so we're still going through and I say to him eventually "Why are we doing this? Do you really think there's someone in the house?" And he says, "No." And I said, "Then why are we doing this?" And he said, "It's fun." And I said, "It is not fun. I'm terrified right now. This is not fun. Also, if we think there's an intruder in the house, I'm confident we should exit the house, not go around like we know what we're doing, looking around the house." But anyway, now I laugh at that. But I'm hesitant with the scary movies because I remember I don't fully remember this. I remember my dad showed me Gremlins and I was petrified. And my mom told him if he ever brought me home like this again, she'd just send him right back to me because I had been sleeping with my light off at 5 years old. And after seeing Gremlins, I didn't sleep with my light off again until I was 12. Now, the part that bothers me about that is Gremlins is now on Netflix and it's listed as a comedy. I'm tempted to watch it to be did my 5-year-old self just miss the funny part? But I am also way too afraid and Matt is on a business trip, so it would be a bad idea. As it is here, right? So I sleep with the light off now, but when Matt's away, I leave a light on in every room in the house. And we have these contractors doing work and they were turning off the lights and I told them they didn't have to do that. So, because I hate the idea of coming home into a dark house if I'm home alone or waking up and needing something and having to pass through a dark room. Basically, I'm a big scaredy cat, which can be tough around Halloween time. So anyway, that is your plank story. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, keep moving.